We're Rosemoor here. I'm Mim, I'm part of the edibles team, and we're harvesting some kale today. So we really enjoy growing lots of different varieties of kale here. They're so colourful, they're so different, they're so ornamental. They stand all the way through the winter. They're just such a great addition to the veg garden. We use them a lot in the potager as well because they've got that ornamental side to them which makes them really stand out. So when you're picking kale, you want to pick from the bottom upwards, so you're encouraging the plant to grow up. So all of the new leaves are being produced here, and that can just go on and on and on. So you're picking the oldest ones. If you haven't picked in a while, or if it's the first time you're picking, you might find that there's quite a few yellowing leaves or kind of leaves that are changing colour. Feel free to remove those because it just means that the plant is recycling the nutrients up to the top leaf so it can carry on growing. So usually harvesting kale is really easy. You can cut it if you want to, but normally just pulling sideways just works fine. And you don't want to overdo it, so you probably do 2, maybe 3 leaves per plant. You can check them if they're all right, they can go in the truck. If not, you can discard them. But the main thing is that you don't want to overdo it on one plant, so it's good to have a whole row of them because you can do a couple of leaves on each plant, and then you're not asking too much of the plant. It will quite happily carry on, and you're still getting a whole dinner's full, basically, a whole dinner's worth. And because we're growing so many lovely varieties, it's really nice to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I'll just carry on with the next variety here. This is a kind of Nerida Toscana-like variety, a little bit different. And you've got some curly kale. This is quite a good one, the dwarf green curled. If you don't have masses of space, or you even want to grow it in a container or something, perfectly fine. It's quite a compact plant. That one's got a bit of yellowing and a bit of damage, so we'll discard that. So we'll move on to the next one, and again, twisting and pulling away quite easily, and it doesn't damage the plant, and you still get a couple of leaves off of each plant. So these guys are kalettes. They are very much like kale in appearance as well, but what you're harvesting actually are these little guys in the leaf axils here, and that is actually what you're harvesting. So it probably remind you more of Brussels sprouts rather than kale, and they're not quite ready yet. You can tell they're still a little bit on the small side, so we'll just give them perhaps another week or two. They're tantalisingly close, but I think we're going to have kale for dinner today.